Hey, Angie, thanks for being patient. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What do you say, Angie, about this topic?
It's not about love. Love ain't paying no bills. Love ain't gonna get you through a whole lot of stuff. I've been married 22 years, and compromise is number one to me because I used to be selfish.
That's George's, too. George loves that word, man.
Yep. And it's constant.
Yeah, it's constant.
I didn't know I was selfish and self-centered until we had kids, and it's not all about me. Because it was my side of the bed, my pillow.
Yep.
Don't touch my stuff, my
Your
brush,
remote.
my remote, my toothpaste. I was buying everything separately. You got to learn how to compromise.
Right.
Love comes a little later. You fall in love. You like somebody. You might lust.
You mean you grow to love them?
You grow. You grow in love with that person.
How about
because
that?
you have to learn how to deal with their pet peeves.
Yeah, because that fall in love, they don't call it falling in love for nothing. Falling in love, George, is easier than growing in love. How about that? Hey, Travis, how you doing? You know what? A lot of guys are calling in, George.
They are.
This is really cool, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Mr. Baisden? G-Dub, how you doing,
What's up, baby? What's up, dog?
What's on your mind, man?
You know, I look at it as, you know, being married and also taking care of your business go hand in hand because, you know, with your wife, you want to make sure that you help her, you know, with the kids. We got 2 girls. We want to make sure I get them to daycare.
Right.
You know, I feel like
that's a business.
If you're not helping your wife take care of what you need to do around the house as a man, you're not handling your business first.
Thank you.
That is business.
That's
the business of whether it's cleaning up,
running the household,
washing this. That's business.
There's a business of running the household. There's a business of raising kids.
Children.
There's a business of planning your investments. It's a business too. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I need to ask you a question. And this is very important for all the people who are listening around the country. And I did this show because I want people to learn something.
Yes.
Do you believe that love conquers all?
Yes, love definitely and most certainly conquers all.
Let me ask you this question. Can you have a relationship that survives with love if you don't have respect? Yes or no?
No.
Can you have a relationship with love if you don't have trust? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No, most certainly not.
So why do we value love more than we value those other things when they're just as essential to the relationship?
Because love is the strongest feeling in the universe.
And it's easier.
Thank you, George. Stop for a second, Cynthia. George, elaborate, please.
It's easier. It's easier to love than to be responsible enough to have gained the trust of someone.
And respect and
it's
consistency.
That's right.
Love
Those
is an
things,
emotion. It's easy to have an emotion.
You have to put effort towards these other
Thank
things
you.
that you're mentioning.
I'm going to say something that a young lady wrote on my page, and I'll never forget it. She said, love is unconditional, but relationships are not. That means you can have love for somebody, but when you get involved, there is conditions. You got to be respectful. You got to be trustworthy. You got to be responsible. And when we don't demand that, as George said, all we're looking is for the easy way out and an easy way to have a relationship that can sometimes be dismissive and abusive. Now, Clarence, I can go along with your position on this about the main ingredient. I will give you love as a main ingredient, but everything else is just as important because if you got an egg and you ain't got no mix, what difference does it make?
Well, I understand your point there, but when you start looking at it as a business, start looking at a relationship as a business, then you start having to make some cutthroat decisions.
No, a business too, not just a business. I want to make sure I'm clear on this. Relationships are a business too. Do you have a problem with that?
I do have a problem with it because I think people start looking at it from the wrong perspective and they take emotions out of it.
Well, what
Really
about
quick.
people who are making decisions solely on emotions, on the fact that they're in love?
I think that has to be the main ingredient. We have to make those decisions based on love.
You know, if our love is strong enough, and I'm going to say this because I've been in love. I'm just going to put it out there many times. I've been in love, but one thing that I realized is that love wasn't enough. That without those other things, it's not enough. It's the glue, but it's not enough glue without those other things. Would you agree with that?
I think I agree with most of what you just said.
I just love the fact that we can have an exchange, man, and teach this to our young people and to all the men and women we know who are now making decisions, as George said, purely on emotions, without asking themselves, is this person responsible, a communicator, respectful, trustworthy, and compromising?